let's get straight into it. All right, coming to the day, had a little bit of a bullish bias here. Was interested in seeing price kind of draw toward London high just because we had it residing, where was it? It was residing right here, 3 a.m. high inside this hourly fair value gap. So I'm like, okay, I'm interested in seeing us maybe coming up there and seeing a sell off lower, targeting pre-market low. So that was my framework coming into the day. Was initially bullish just to that London high and then bearish if something set up toward the downside. So then what happens? And reason being 4 hour, here, let me get rid of all the drawings real quick. 4 hour, closing lower, lower lows, respecting higher time frame 4 hour PD raise. Wow. I got a porcupine on my head, no cap. Respecting higher time frame 4 hour PD raise, 4 hour bearish for VAG up here, 4 hour bearish for VAG up here. Already disrespected this one right here. So I'm like, okay, bet. Have higher time frame draws lower, as in all these lows here. And then the highest time frame draw, like on a weekly scale, would be this low right here. So yeah, was very bearish coming into the day. Zooming in here hourly, hourly before this candle, obviously we had this 1 hour fair value gap, London high, and then 4 hour, and then this same 1 hour here that I marked with these blue lines that was respected in Asia. So I was kind of like, okay, we'll see what that does. But then let me get into the actual trade idea and the execution side of it. So coming into the morning, again, saw one I get taken literally right at market open on ES. Was waiting to see if the SMT would form. At 9:34, we come up, take it on NQ. So there we go, boom, no more bearish SMT. So I'm like, okay, not interested in that. Just have to wait, see what happens. I was thinking we were going to come up and take this higher area of buy-side liquidity residing inside of this hourly fair value gap and above the 4 hour, maybe mitigating it fully, wicking down, getting a strong close, which ended up happening. Just didn't fully come up. Didn't even come up and take this high as well, so there was no significant SMT. I marked out SMT right here because I think there was a little tiny 1 minute where a 1 minute high was taken on ES and it wasn't taken on NQ, but I didn't even really use that as confluence because, yeah, like here, I don't think, here, let's throw a ray on it. Yeah, we didn't take it, so technically a really small 1 minute SMT, but that doesn't even matter. Reasoning behind this trade was the fact that we came up to this 4 hour fair value gap and just respected it so heavily. As you can see on NQ, we just sold off pretty hard. There was no like good point to enter here. We had a small 1 minute fair value gap here. Hold up. Small 1 minute here and 1 minute here. But as you can see, the first change of the state delivery point would have been this low. And by the time that happened, the market already moved. So I moved over to ES looking. We can also get rid of this SMT. We see a clean market structure shift here, but I'm like, okay, I want to see some stronger price action. Don't want to just take it off this little 1 minute inverse, or not inverse, bearish. So then what do? We turn this 1 minute bullish fair value gap inverse with this candle close here. I'm like, okay, bet I'll get involved off the mean threshold of that fair value gap. But what do? We end up selling off, creating a change in the state, and then I get involved off of the BPR. I'm not sure whether it was the midpoint or what, but anyway, we'll just mark it like this, just say right here. And then I was targeting down here. First take profit was the pre-market low, just because I was very confident we were going to come down to that point. I was also keeping an eye on internal price action, seeing if any of these lows got SMT'd, and they didn't. So I was like, bet. Took one contract off here. Initially, I was going to take the whole position off right there, but I was like, you know what? We're very close to this other sell side level, which is a 15-minute low, approaching that further sell side level right here. And then we have, yeah. And I was like, okay, bet I'll take one there, one there. So trimmed one here, and then boom, trimmed one here. And at this point, I was like, okay, you know what? I was involved 3 micros. So I'm like, okay, I'll leave a runner. Maybe see if we can secure a 4RR on that last contract. So boom, I leave the runner. And then we kind of chop here. See some movement lower. And then right here, I was like, okay, this is looking decent. But then with this displacement candle up, I'm like, okay, I'm done. And I got out just because I didn't want to get stopped at break even. And the amount of profit up was nice. I will go ahead and show that now. On the top step, up 585 on the day. And then over on Apex, up 609 on the accounts. So yeah, fire day. Great way to start the week after a no news frickin' or no trading Monday, my bad. But yeah, this trade could still respect and run lower, but at the end of the day, I'm not really concerned with it. I took what I was confident in, took it off, have to go to freaking school. So yeah, but great trade today, great execution. We were able to recognize, okay, price is doing all the things it needs to do. Pretty confident it's going to go lower. So what did I do? Got involved. Perfect size, risk 250. Made 600 on the day. Times 6. Little, oh, not that much. Little 3,600 on the day. And yeah, that's all I got. Really short recap for you. Try to make it nice and quick with also getting all my reasoning and stuff. But reason being I left the runner was just because I saw this low, thought we could go much lower, which we still can, but ended up closing. Again, closing here wouldn't have been bad, but I do like trimming something at the pre-market low. Maybe taking 2 there, which would be 400, and then 400 plus 241 would be like 650 on the day. But again, that's just a management, not mistake, but like management idea. So I'm not upset with how I managed this trade. Closed out early just because I didn't like the displacement back higher we were seeing. Wanted to secure the profit, put it in the account. And yeah, great way to start the week. Let's see what other news we got this week. No news today. I think we have FOMC tomorrow, but it's like the stupid FOMC that doesn't count. So keep that in mind. Yeah, 2 p.m. FOMC meeting minutes, don't care. Unemployment claims, don't care. And then Friday we have 9:45. So we'll probably want to wait for that to drop. Just because might as well. Like, what time do we take this trade? At 9:45. This low-key reminds me of a trade not too long ago, maybe a week or two ago, where it was literally this exact same setup, where we had the wick test at 9:45 because there was high impact news, and it would have played out the exact same, but I didn't take it because it was news. So this is good to see, even though there was no news today, just to see that if the trade wants to respect, it'll respect. And yeah, looks like it might go ahead and sell off to our target, but again, I'm not involved anymore, so I don't care. And yeah, great day. Drop a comment what y'all did today. If you have any questions or whatever, tips, tricks, if you want to get a funded account, use my code on Alpha. Their 0 accounts are definitely going to be the next ones I do, just because the 100Ks have a 4K drawdown. So it's 4K drawdown to 6K profit requirement, which is basically the same as a 50K, and you just have more buffer, because a 50K is 2K drawdown, 3K profit target. Multiply that by 2, and yeah, I would recommend that if you guys are looking to get started with props. Yeah, drop a comment, tell me how y'all did today, what's going on. If you have any questions about my trading style, I'll answer them all, I read them all. So yeah, that is all I have for today's trade. Gonna call it here, get on about my day. Yeah, don't care if this runs anymore. We'll just look later, see if it did, and journal it, learn from it, and not feel like we missed out on anything because we didn't. So yeah, that's all I got for today, and I will see y'all tomorrow.